It is not uncommon throughout the life of a toilet for a toilet to sound like it is leaking water internally. This leaking sound can often be described as a dripping water sound inside the toilet. When a toilet has a hidden internal leak that sounds like dripping water, the problem generally can always be related to the toilet's flush valve assembly. The flush valve assembly is responsible for all the water flow into the toilet's bowl. Water either enters the bowl from the overflow tube or at the flapper valve connection. Rarely is the flush valve cracked, causing water not to enter through the before-mentioned areas. If water is draining into the overflow tube of the toilet, the problem can often be fixed rather quickly. Generally, the toilet's fill valve, or ball cock supply valve, is not adjusted correctly, allowing water to continually run, overflowing the tank and draining into the toilet's bowl. To fix this problem on the fill valve, simply slide the adjustment clip located next to the fill cup downward until the water position is at the correct level. Generally, the overflow tube shows the correct water level that should be used. For a ball cock supply valve system, usually the adjustment screw is located at the top of the assembly. Turning the adjustment screw clockwise should lower the float ball, shutting off the water at a lower position. Again, generally, the overflow tube shows the correct water level that should be used. If water is not draining into the overflow tube, then it is draining at the flapper valve connection. Since the flapper valve is constantly submerged in water, this valve can become corroded over time and stop functioning as a water barrier. Even minor imperfections to the flapper valve can cause it to leak. When this happens, water continually leaks into the bowl of the toilet. This leaking water can often be heard and sounds like dripping water. Once enough water has drained out of the tank, the fill valve or ball cock supply valve will turn on, refilling the tank. Depending on the condition of the flapper valve, this cycle can happen several times an hour. When problems arise with the flapper valve, the solution is generally to replace the valve entirely.